Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to DreamHack Open December 2020. It's the last stop of the year, Alex, and I'm looking forward to getting into our second map of our final best of three here on the B stream. We've just had Movistar Riders and sAw duke it out over on Nuke. It was a 10-1 lead for sAw at one point, and they ended up losing, nearly losing the map, should I say, because they lost momentum for a large part of it, and Movistar Riders pulled it back. So, if we take a look at that, Alex, it was a pretty good game of Counter-Strike. Hopefully, it can continue going into the second.
Yeah, I hope so too. We know that Movistar Riders are very solid on this map. Even though they lost it against Gambit, before that game, they had a 6-map win streak on Overpass, including a couple of decent wins in there. It's generally just a map that they look really nice on. I think especially on the T side, I loved some of their slowdowns. I loved some of their reads, winning a lot of the early fights. But the last time these two teams played, they did play Overpass, and it was a very close map. Movistar Riders were only able to win it 16-13, and that was just a month ago. So we could have another close map on our hands here, Dinko.
Yeah, I think coming into this map, it'd be a little bit silly to predict it any other way than Movistar Riders. Based on what we know about this team, this is a very strong map for them. And so when we look at this, we have to really consider what are the win conditions for sAw, because we definitely started to see individuals step up that weren't really there earlier on for the Movistar Riders. For example, Larson was a big underperformer for this Movistar team earlier on. If he shows up against Gambit, if he plays better, who knows, they might get the win, right? He was very quiet in towards that mid position, and they weren't really getting much out of him. If he shows up against Gambit and he wins a couple of rounds where he gets some important picks to start it off, who knows, they probably win that map, right? So when we take a look at this one, I honestly feel like Movistar Riders are in a better spot than they were against Gambit, and they're very comfortable playing against this team. So I think when you play Overpass, Movistar Riders are very likely to take this and send us to Inferno. But I'm not going to give it to them easily. I think sAw, based on individual skill, and based on the experience of a lot of these players, they should be feeling comfortable on this map to at least compete against them. I just feel like Movistar Riders are going to have the edge that is going to give them the win.
I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case with how solid they looked in that matchup against Gambit. We will wait and see, though, once we get into the game. I also think we saw some good performances from some of the other players on Movistar Riders, which was certainly a positive sign. Steel was actually a bit quieter that game, but he was really good in their first series. This time it was Larson, Shox, and Alex all near the top of the board, all above 20 kills each. None of them had a really crazy game where they took over, unlike some of those players on sAw who had very impressive individual performances. But it's still a situation where we're seeing a decent improvement from some of those Movistar Riders players, which is definitely what we wanted to see on Nuke. And hopefully we get to see more of that once we get into Overpass.
Yeah, we should be getting into that very, very shortly. We're just kind of waiting for everything to start out, the players getting the server and everything be ready to go. And when we take a look at Overpass as a map, it will allow for a lot of aggression coming in. I feel like that's something that sAw are going to need to do a lot on the CT side, is just constantly be proactive. Because when you're coming into this matchup and you're playing against a team that are very comfortable on the T side of this map, we've seen a lot of structure available to the Movistar Riders, right? That they will really solid at the start of the T side. I feel like what the boys over at sAw need to do is get aggressive, get in their face, and really disrupt the game plan from Movistar. If they do that, then they can create a little bit of chaos, and then that's where the individuals can have a bit more space to work with and potentially take over a couple of those T rounds. And I feel like that's very important for them on the defensive side, because if they let Movistar Riders play their own game, Alex, it could get messy.
Yeah, I also wonder for the sAw side of things, Overpass is a map where you can struggle at times to go for solo aggression, right? Normally, it feels like you do need your teammates to set you up somewhat, at least, with some nades or something. So I do wonder how many of those plays sAw have in their playbook, and if they're as comfortable with running some of those plays where maybe you try and go for a deep molly on B short or a deep molly in mid to get aggressive, or these sorts of plays where you need to have your teammates working alongside you. Do they have the ability to pull out some of those sorts of plays and make life difficult for Movistar Riders? Or if they try and go for some of those aggressive plays, will they just look foolish and not be prepared enough for this map? We will be finding out shortly. Overpass will be the second map of this series. It's Movistar Riders' pick, and with them starting on the T side, they have 3 sets of nades at the ready, Dinko. That's a lot of utility.
Yeah, a lot of utility coming into this. I think that kind of epitomizes the fact that they're a very tactical team and really sums up what we were trying to say in the pre-match. But getting into this one, we're looking forward to seeing what Movistar... Oh my god, and that's the start they've got. Alex right through the smoke, taking down Arkeys to Dodo, following death. And while sAw are looking real weak right now, they've lost 2 players to start off this pistol round. The Movistar Riders are going to continue to run into this A site. Muterus is there with the headshot. Shock's taking him down at long range. And now we're really looking at a fantastic round for the Movistar Riders.
Muterus has got to do something special here up close, and that won't be happening. Steal, here's the step. Just in time, and oh man, Alex with his second smoke kill. And we're only in the pistol round. Lovely work with the clock. Movistar Riders fast with the kills, fast with the play onto A. They've already got themselves the early lead. Will be Mac 10s picked up by Movistar Riders in the subsequent round. In fact, all Mac 10s for them, Dinko, and they are up against a 4 spy. So Movistar Riders have got to make sure they don't let this slip.
I'm going to be running down into the B bomb site. Got to be careful here against the pistols. Just gets one. And Muterus looking for another one here as well. He'll get it, but I think enough has been done as long as this connector kill goes in favor of the T side, or at least no casualties are taken. There should be Movistar Riders confirming themselves the round win. Largely just try to hold them off. Notice both of the players are in here surely at this point. He will just jump into the open though, and Arky's going to take a very easy kill on the scout. Don't really see much coming out of this, so sAw realized, okay, we can just carry the weapons we've got into the next round, and that's at least something to play with going into this next one. So I don't think they'll be complaining too much.
So we'll be okay with that. Movistar Riders obviously only having the Mac 10s into the round in the first place, so even though they lose some players, they have money in the bank because they didn't have to fully invest into those SMGs. And at least Movistar Riders, with those 5 Mac 10s, had a clear game plan, had a clear idea as to what they wanted to do. They were just going to rush the B site with the SMGs, which can be effective. It also could have gone against them if there were plenty of pistols stacked on that bomb site, but it works out this time. Now, we've got 4 Mac 10s for Movistar Riders and a Glock for Alex, Dinko. This is a weird one, but they're going to go for the same play.
Good kill coming in from Roman, just taking a little bit of damage as well and adding to the tally and taking down the softened opponents of Movistar Riders. They're just getting absolutely dispelled right now. And not really too many problems presented. sAw having a decent time against this buy, and it's pretty wild how this is capping, Alex. You know, you take a look at the buy you've got here for sAw. You don't really expect this to come through, and Movistar Riders will definitely not be happy about this. They're going to try and pull it back, but it's just not going to happen. So much damage has been done by Roman. Just getting a job done on the Mac 10s now as well. And Steel is going to try and come through, but Just is right behind them, and he'll clear it up. First on the board for sAw, and that comes in the most unexpected round.
I mean, that was the scary situation, right? Stick with the Mac 10s, don't have a single AK into the B rush, and if you run into a stack, you're actually in trouble. That's exactly what happens. I'm so surprised that Movistar didn't buy a single AK there. I mean, Alex had so much money. He could have bought an AK. He could have had a couple of upgraded guns, but Movistar Riders decide to try and make the most out of their SMGs, and it comes back to bite them. They lose their first round, and now they have to fully reinvest into this one. And this is a situation where if sAw win this, they can get into the lead, likely, as they would reset the T-side economy. Slower start this time for Movistar Riders, though. They don't want to go for that same fast B play that worked for them in that earlier round. So Dodo gets flashed off long. Movistar will slowly take some A control.
Shocks just walking up middle. How many shocks do we have in esports, Alex? Quite a lot.
Yeah, we've got a few.
Not as many as Dennis's, though. We got a lot of those. And Nico's.
That's true. That's true.
Don't have many Hawkers, though. There's only one Hawker.
Only one.
Thank God for that. Nonetheless, 39 seconds in play. And Movistar Riders are going to start sending players in towards this A side. Roman around the corner. He's got the Mac 10. He's going to swing into the open. And Larson's there with the AWP. sAw gets caught trying to transition over to the truck. And that is looking real good for Movistar Riders. The Deagles continue to take damage, continue to tear away at the defense. And while sAw, they win the last round, Alex, but turning it into consistent success is looking like a long shot right now.
Yeah, looking like it. Arky tries to go around the corner, but just also unable to do a whole deal of damage. Movistar Riders bounce right back with their third round win, and any question marks from the earlier rounds can now be erased. They've got themselves a third round, and they've got themselves back on top of the money. Looking good for Movistar Riders early in this game. Roman, with all his extra money, has just bought an AWP glass cannon for this round. So he has got to be the playmaker for sAw in this one.
Oh, Roman looking down mid. Rocking the new exoskeleton or AWP. sAw held back by the Molotov. He's about to walk into Steel, who is about to come around this corner. The AK with the kill. sAw brought down, and now Roman trying his best to hold on, but he's overrun. Larson with the ult is winning the jewels out now. And it's a 3v5. And just pistols here for sAw. And Shock's is going to clear the corner at Divider and easily collects the kill. And now Larson just popping off, just cleaning up and having a great time against the pistols.
Lovely work from Larson and the rest of the Movistar Riders. And now Roman, after buying the AWP in the previous round, has to buy a FAMAS in this one. I feel like Roman might have been better off keeping a bit more money and maybe being able to drop an AWP for sAw, for example, in this round. I feel like I'd rather them raise their chances of winning this round than the last one, but that's the decision they have made, and now they've got to live with it. sAw flashed in, but he only gets the dink, and Steel replies with the AK headshot, which quickly converts the kill and gives Movistar Riders the early man advantage.
Pause. Looking for the shots to the spam. That's short. Larson clearing out the corners. Movistar Riders are a very methodical team when it comes to their approach on the T side. You can see how methodical they are in clearing parts of the map. But Steel walking around the corner just gets dropped down by Roman. Didn't quite catch if Steel had any utility left or if anybody close by had a flashbang, but Steel going down as big loss to the T side right now, and they need to pull this back if possible. They want this man advantage, and Larson, the man, could do it all, it seems, on the AK even this time. And he's got himself a headshot onto the site. Roman goes down to Mopaz, and now Larson continuing to move forward. He's really warming up. He was really quiet in their performance a little bit earlier on today, Alex, but now he is really lighting up the scoreboard.
He's out here, and Movistar Riders are definitely making some noise here on Overpass. They've got themselves 5 rounds quite convincingly. It doesn't feel like sAw have really been in this game right here. Pistols back out for sAw, the Portuguese side, having some struggles so far on this map, as we were kind of anticipating, in all honesty. It is interesting, though, that last time these teams played this map, they both very much favored the T side with their round wins. So maybe that's a sign of things to come for sAw if they can get to the T side with a decent amount of rounds together. Roman actually gets 2 kills with the CZ there, but I don't know if it's going to make a massive difference. Even with the damage done, Just is on 12 health. He should be absolutely dead, and it's only Arky remaining.
Oh, Arky trying his best here. Steel has been brought down by the Deagle. And now Larson and Mopaz trying to move forward. This Deagle could do even more damage, but Mopaz has a better angle. The M4 at long range, much more successful. And we're looking at 6-1 on the board. Movistar Riders are clean, they're clinical, they're comfortable here on Overpass.
By back out, and finally sTododo has an AWP. He's 0 and 6 right now, but now that he's got the sniper, he'll be looking at to change that. Not getting aggressive towards mid early in this one. Instead, it's Movistar Riders taking some control elsewhere, but sTododo misses his first opportunity with that AWP. Oh, hello, just. Wow, 2 kills in quick succession. Mopos able to trade. It's Movistar Riders with the deficit right now, coming back from a 3v4, but they've done a lot of damage to sTododo, and they forced him all the way back in bathrooms.
sTododo just holding on. Steel, you need to be careful here. sTododo's going to flick down, but Steel is there with a kill. sTododo torn away from this realm and sent into the afterlife, it seems. And with a minute now on this clock, Steel will walk forward and try and take down the player in defense. It's Roman here with an M4. He's jump spotting. He has been spotted, and Steel's rifle will ring out. No kill though, and Steel will start to drop back. Flash over again, and now this play into the B bomb site gathers so much info, and they're just going to walk in. Both players with a bomb on their back, and Steel looking to join him as well. Arky, he's not really close by to gather this info. He hasn't even seen them at all, Alex. He will get the info once they peek out from default, but now he's just relying on his teammates getting over here quickly. He hasn't been able to get a kill. He hasn't been able to do anything.
Ooh, Shock's tapping away at range, making sure he delivers the headshot precisely onto Arky's face. Now Muteris is already giving up on this round. Movistar Riders successful at taking the B site this time. They've been fairly effective across the map, in all honesty. Shame for sTododo that this AWP really had way less impact than he would have wanted. He was trying to hold around those bathrooms. Generally, very strong angles for the AWPers to be working with. But in this round, sTododo couldn't make the most of them. It's a shame seeing sTododo so quiet at the start of this game. We'll wait and see if this saved AWP goes into his hands, though. Muteris carries that through into this follow-up round, and sAw decide it's time for a pause. After falling 7-1 behind, they are not happy with how this is going.
No, I can't really blame them, to be honest. Movistar Riders has systematically destroyed them, and sTododo, one of the players we talk about having the most impact for this team, not really having any impact, in fact. So, yeah, it's been a real tough challenge for the sAw guys here in Overpass, but we knew that. We expected that coming into this match. We definitely knew Movistar Riders are very comfortable players on this map, a very comfortable team when it comes to Overpass. So it's not like many people had the anticipation that this was going to be a very comfortable map for sAw. We know pretty much every time these two teams play, there's a very close series, a very close affair. And right now, Overpass is probably looking like the map that's going to send us to a third right now, but we'll see if sAw have anything up their sleeve, anything they've talked about that'll get them onto the winning board.
They're forced up around this AWP. I wasn't really expecting them to fully invest into this round. It's not a really great buy for them, but it's acceptable if they can get something going here. sTododo's decided he's confident to play A alone, which means Arky can play close. He spotted the shadow and he spammed to the body. Good shots with the Deagle early, but sTododo's about to be caught in the back. The only A player, the one man with the AWP, is already out of the round.
Yeah, you do not like to see that at all. That was the player you needed to stand tall. That was the player you needed to have the impact. And he did not deliver to the level you would have liked or hoped for. Still the round is possible with this 4v4 playing out. You've got the M4 in play for Arky, the 3 for Mass. Not a whole lot of utility to delay though. So if Movistar Riders decide to run into one site, they're going to have the huge advantage when it comes to utility. And now they've got the man advantage as well. That's a big kill from Steel. Roman actually had a decent chance at winning that fight, but Steel comes out on top.
damage exchanged, but Muterus gets the worst end of the deal. He has got a kill for it, though, and a second one. USP out as the players move on to the site. Surely he can't get any more done. And finally, Shots puts him down. Larson, close range, gets the kill. Oh, no scope for Larson onto the second man. He is not letting them pass through the dumpster this time round. 8-1 for Movistar Riders, and Larson has really been proving himself here on this map.
And in the previous map, because he just had a shot like that on the previous map as well, Alex. A no-scope straight through the smoke on the cross to Secret on Nuke, and now here as well. This man is just ridiculous in some of the shots he is landing. He's had a huge redemption arc in terms of his performance coming out of the first series to now, so yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I really am enjoying what we're seeing out of the AWP of Larson.
Early actions. The Dodo surely caught between two players here. Muterus emerging from lower com, but he is reloading, and he is a dead man. Steel trying to back away. Oh, he gets the headshot anyway. Good work from Steel. Nice shot from Arky, though. Explosive round here, but it's another one that goes the way of the T side. Larson closing it out with the final AWP shot. I like that sAw tried to get something going in that round, but Movistar Riders still able to live up to the pressure and handle the aggression.
Well, 9-1 on the board. Movistar Riders certainly in a very comfortable position right now. And this aggression. This is what I like to see out of Dodo. This is what we want to see from him. Just getting a little bit of a rhythm going here on Overpass. Potentially starting to feel himself a little bit more. Starting to feel a bit more comfortable on this map. And so far, so good in this round for sAw. They've still got a man advantage. A lot of exchanges going on early into round number 11. And Movistar Riders come out worse for wear. But they're going to be running down through long and trying to get in towards this A side.
Ooh, Dodo nearly getting caught there. Luckily, he's able to jump across safely. That will allow Movistar Riders onto the A site. However, sAw have connector control, so there's no clear path for a bomb plant. And that's why Movistar Riders are trying to clear out this other side. sAw still sitting back, though. It's Dodo who's here, but he's not ready for Larson. Oh, it's an easy kill. Scoped in, gets the frag, and now Movistar Riders have the ability to move down to B. The question is, do they go for it? Do they realize that sAw have pushed into connector? It looks like they have. Movistar Riders will move down to the B bomb site. However, Just is coming back to the B side of the map to try and cause some difficulties.
Bomb getting planted here, Just coming through Monster. There's a decent position to deal with this, and it's a good kill on Mopos. Now, Larson, how many no-scopes can this man get? Another one added to the collection, and now just down to the 1v1. Larson, 13-3, smoke on the bomb. Flash over the top, trying to jump down. He's got the dualies. He's trying to win the round here. He's just running right through, but he's not even on the bomb. He's not even sticking it, and Just is just questioning what the hell is happening right in front of his eyes. And he'll jump up on top of the sandbags, takes the easy kill, and another round added to the tally of sAw.
Whew, close at the 1v1 there. Larson felt pressured into pushing the bomb site. Those dualies are not successful in doing so. And Movistar Riders apparently need a second to recover from that deagle or dualies rush to the site, I should say. Maybe just letting Larson calm down a bit after that last round. Still a 9-2 lead for Movistar Riders. I think whatever happens here in the half, they've already got enough rounds to be fairly happy, but they would obviously love to put themselves in a position where they have a really strong lead heading into the half. And they can do that with just a few more round wins here towards the end of the first half of their T side. By coming through for both sides. Again, sAw are always the ones struggling to keep their full buy on board. A couple of weaker weapons in the mix for sAw, while Movistar Riders still have plenty of cash ahead of round number 12.
Mid is definitely being contested a little bit more here by sAw. In recent rounds, you've seen Stododo try and go for that aggressive peak, but this time a little further back. He's playing from bathrooms. He doesn't want to go for that full extension out party, so you'll be seeing him take a bit more of a passive setup back in the bathrooms, and this might just work out for him as a couple of players are on the other side of this wall. Flash goes into the bathroom, and Stododo holds his position further back, closer and closer to the A side, in fact, and he's got Roman off to his left side, covering up if a player is to walk through that divider smoke. So Stododo can focus, and the Molotov will start coming through. That puts pressure for him to go forward. He can no longer fall back, and he's taking damage. They're going to swing him, and he gets one before falling. Roman not getting anything, and Alex will find a double. That's a huge play for Movistar Riders, and now the charge coming into this A bomb site. Arky, a little bit of a gap to play with, and he's taking shots out of the server.
Molotov is in an awkward position. Arky still gets a kill, almost gets another one. Just is there to back him up, and it's only Alex remaining. He's down to 10 health, AWP in his hands as he tries to reposition, tries to go back to the V bomb site. This is going to be good for him to get a free bomb plant, but the round win remains difficult for him with 10 health. He's biding his time, but now sAw just able to rotate down. Alex eventually realizing B is clear, but sAw going to be able to close the distance before the bomb gets planted. This is a problem. Alex run down before he can even get his gun out. That one moment of hesitancy costing him. sAw get onto the site, and they get another round win once they get this defuse.
Well, defuse secured. And sAw given a third round on the board. We look into the next one, and Movistar Riders, the money is still solid here for this team. They can still pick this up. sAw, even though they get a round win there, and you can celebrate that fact, you've still got to focus coming into this next one, Alex. There's a lot on the line. There's a lot of money being invested into this one, and it's not a round they can lose. It's definitely not, and it's not even a round they can lose or win while losing 3 players, right? They need to win this cleanly. Not only do they need to win it, but they need to keep as many players alive as possible, because money's still somewhat available here to the T side. They can still get rifles out, so you don't want to be going into this next one with a weak buy. Still going for this mid push. Oh, he gets caught by Roman. Good flash from Stododo that's let that happen. And a man advantage and nearly 2 kills coming in from sAw earlier on. Larsen's down on 3 HP to start round 13.
Roman's pushing all the way through into playground as well, whilst Stododo focuses on this top connector angle. Flash actually blinds him, so Stododo is forced to fall back, and now Roman is on an island here in playground, completely alone in this position, but he spots that small gap under the wood, and that means he can spam straight through. Bomb dropped, but Shox is able to trade, and at least there's a lot of time left on the clock. It's not like dropping that bomb is going to be the end of the world. Another shot lands from Larsen, not lethal this time, but it takes Stododo down to half health. And Larsen is hungry for more as he moves towards the A site. The bomb is going back to B, though, as Larsen gets dangerously close to the wallbang.
35 seconds. Just coming out through connector. The bomb about to go through B. One player over here, it's Larsen, that is actually just selling the fake a little bit. And if he gets a kill, that would be even more perfect, right? He just needs to add the cherry on top, and there it is. Another kill opportunity towards T-Stars, but this flank, this has locked it in. Now you realize this is actually the B play, and they've got to get this bomb down quickly before the rotation is over. Muterus is starting to take fights already, but the bomb goes down, and now Alex running forward. A good kill onto Arky. He wants a little bit more possible, and Muterus coming over the top with the A1S has shut down Alex. The follow-up kill on the USP. Muterus is just a one-man army, taking down 2 players and securing another round for sAw. They are competing here in Overpass now.
Yeah, it's hard-fought rounds for them, but they're getting the wins, and that's the main thing that matters. Still a long way back for them. If Movistar Riders just get 1 or 2 more rounds in this half, they should be in pretty good shape. Again, Larsen playing so well right now. We talked about his step up from the first series. It has been significant. Stododo on the other side not having the same luxury. as the CT sniper right now. Flash into mid, forces Roman away. sAw again continuing to play at a pretty safe angle towards mid, not going for the full-on peek into this position. That's allowing Movistar Riders to slowly take some control. Oh, nade to the door. Wow, that's a lot of damage onto Shox. He does not want to be fighting that any longer. Down to 20 health. In the meantime, sA's still searching for this kill, but he's still not been given the opportunity.
sAw. Roman holding the mid position. He's teased held behind the smoke, and Roman wanting to get a little bit of action. And about to walk on through. Roman there with the first. Oh, he wanted the transfer, but he cannot get it done. And now sAw holding on. He's taken Alex out of the server, and now it's Larson and Overpass trying their best to pull this round back. 40 seconds left now as Larson walks up into the A site. The scope is in. He's got this close right corner of Muterus to deal with. He's very worried about that T-Star's peak. He's luckily got a teammate close by, but Muterus in this position needs at least one, and he's going to get it. There's the first, the second as well, and he cleans them up. 5 rounds for sAw. And we head into the last round of the half, and the money is not good enough to get a fully fledged buy here from Movistar Riders. They can't even get one AK out with armor.
And that is not ideal for Movistar Riders. They're taking a time out to talk that through, realizing it's the last round of the half and that they would love to steal away a 10th round here. Solid work on the A site there from Roman, getting those 2 kills. The first one was all because of that damage that was done to Shox in Connector, though. Made it very easy to just land one shot and then fade away, which is exactly what you want to be doing on that A side of the map. You have the ability to fight and then quickly fall back. And then him and sAw work together wisely to get a couple of kills, stay alive, make sure the rotate can come in, and allow Muterus to close it out with the solid spray down. Buy coming through for Movistar Riders, but it is full SMGs for them into the last round of the half. We might have to see a fast-paced play for them to try and win this one. And we've seen them go for these early B aggressions previously. Maybe we're going to see the same again here.
Well, they're just running right through the smoke. The MP5's gone through as well. Now they're just charging down into the site, looking for these kills left, right, and center. Now Roman holding on. He's got one on Shox. That Molotov burning away in the B site. And Muterus is holding for the aggression right through the smoke. A second kill as well. What has Muterus done? What has he eaten? This man's become a beast. Into the last few rounds of this half. It's time for a short break, but we'll be right back to continue this mad affair. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get things underway. It's Movistar Riders up at 9 rounds, sAw at 6. And we're looking to see whether or not this will be a 2-0 or will Movistar Riders close it out on their CT side. Now, Alex, they couldn't close out Overpass earlier today, but I feel like, saw a little bit of a different opponent, and that is just ridiculous from Alex.
Oh, and he's got a second. Flash in from Steel to help him out. Lovely precision from Alex on the early fights, and now sAw are somewhat desperate here, running into the B-bomb site with some nades. The flash is effective, but just is still going to be dealt with. Mopo's able to get that kill. Stododo now seeing if he can sneak a bomb plant, which looks likely, but the round win is incredibly difficult. It's not happening. Stododo walks into water, but everyone's going to peek him at the same time. The Movistar Riders take a pretty one-sided pistol round, although they do concede the bomb plant.
Yeah, bomb plant secured. That's at least a force buy going into the second round, right? So we should be seeing that come through. And we see a couple of Deagle, should I say Galeals maybe in here. A couple of Mac 10s certainly can be purchased up. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing if Movistar Riders can overcome this, because these are the kind of rounds, for me, that are the most worrying when you're in an early half, right? You've got a good start. You want to try and continue that lead you've got, and then immediately you've got sAw coming at you with this big force by hours. You got the Galeals in play. They've got the Deagle, the Scout. These are scary weapons to have going up against you, and certainly a potent enough buy is put in the right place.
Smoke goes down into connector. Roman not given a clear line of sight. So taking a long control with this force up in the following round. Larson just made noise. They should know he's here. And oh, it's a solid spray from Stododo, but one that Larson will want back. He'll probably feel like he should have got that kill. Instead, it goes against him. Now sAw have the man advantage, and they've got a decent chance to try and cause the upset here in this round.
Walking forward, shocks with the MP9, the spray away. Mopo's doing work as well. Just coming through with the M4, trying to line them up here, and he's got a lot of work done. Alex doing some work as well. And now Stododo into the 1v1 up against Alex. 40 seconds left. Definitely time, but the bomb has to get down. He's just going to run to B. I love it from Stododo. Just legging it to the B bomb site. No mind games. Just strip planting and hoping he can win this round. Quickly coming in behind him, though, is Alex, and he has not stopped holding W since that pistol round. He's holding shift in W at the moment, though. Taking a little bit of a slower approach. He's going via Monster. Stododo's got that bomb planted. Now, he needs to make sure he doesn't outgame himself. If he goes Heaven, this will be a pretty unexpected position, I feel. But it comes down to the timing, and that bomb is not exactly planted for him, and he's very low in HP. So this is a risky play, I feel, from Stododo, but if he plays it to perfection, he might just win it out, and Alex is quicker to react. That just became a game of reactions at that point, Alex, and it's the Movistar Alex that wins the round. Surely.
Just about.
Here we go. And he just about gets it out. Down to the final few milliseconds on that one.
Very, very close without the kit, but it is a round win for Movistar Riders. It is another bomb plant for sAw, though, and they aren't done with the force buys. They're so far behind at this point that I think this is probably the correct call to make. Go for another force. Try and see if you can break Movistar Riders here. If you win this round, you've got a decent chance to come back and try and win the game. If sAw lose this one, I think it's likely that they are going to have to concede Overpass. So a lot on the line for sAw in this round. They've busted out a couple of AKs, like a little MAC-10 in there. Not many nades for them, but they are pretty much going toe-to-toe with Movistar Riders' buy. It's not like the CTs have a massively better buy in this round, so sAw can still try and remain competitive and use these AKs to their advantage.
Oh, short landing onto steel. Good bit of damage done here from the scout, and they start to move forward. Just running down, chasing the players in the backside, and Arky has done a really good job of picking that one up. Stododo getting a double on the AK as well. And now Shocks and Mopos left in a 2 versus 5. Bomb planted, secured round win. sAw are not giving up, Alex. They will continue this fight on this map.
Yeah, this is big for them, Dinko. Now, I don't know if I can call myself a believer, but I'm a believer in the possibility that they can come back, if that makes sense. Are you a Santa Claus believer, Dinko?
Of course I am. We're the baby casters, man.
Good,
Why wouldn't we
good.
be?
Any of those non-Santa believers out there, you're pretty cringed.
I love how DreamHack are trying to protect us. You know, they're trying to protect us, Alex, from the mean people in Twitch chats. They've made us turn our cameras off. Like, if we hear their voices...
I thought you were going to say the mean people on the main stream, like Tom.
Oh, man, he is a big bully, but there's nothing they can do. I mean, they do separate us from them by putting us on a different stream, but we're on tomorrow with Tom, and, you know, I don't really know how I feel about that, actually, Alex. I think I might just strike going into that one. Nonetheless, 11-7. Yeah, I need to figure some insults, but I don't want to hit the low blow and call him bold. I mean, everyone does that. I need to figure out something else.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We'll come up with some ideas while Movistar Riders try and come up with some ideas as to how they can win this round. They've got a bit of a long stack. Larson and Steele working in tandem, side by side. Ooh, Muterus has just been chunked down low. Don't know where that happened, but it's a good bit of damage early for Movistar Riders. Shocks also playing on this A site towards the bathrooms. Nice fight for Shocks. Wins it with the FAMAS. Steele struggling. Oh, that could have been a kill, but the Deagle only lands a couple of shots to the body, and at that range, it's not enough for the frag. It's up to Shocks to defend this A site, and he snaps over for a second kill on the round, bringing it back to a 3v3 with 2 low health sAw players. This is very dangerous, Dinko.
This is very dangerous indeed. This is one of those rounds, if you're going to win Overpass, you don't lose these rounds. This is how this has to go. You cannot afford, as an underdog team on this map, as the less favored team to win this map, you cannot lose these kind of rounds. Otherwise, you will let Movistar Riders get right back into a comfortable position. So sAw know this in the back of their heads. They're going to start walking up in towards this A bomb site. Shocks has got a decent position in this corner as well. So it's down to the timing. He's going to peek out and spot Arky. An easy kill for him. And that's the man advantage given on over to the Movistar Riders. But 2 players have slithered their way into the A site and he has no idea. They're going to start planting on the truck. The time is a limited factor. And Shocks, he's already got 3, but he's still alive and he's hungry for more. He's tasted blood and he doesn't want to stop. And now Just is going to start moving forward. He's got a big kill, double kill. That might just secure the round win. But they're both so low. And Shox wants this ace clutch. He wants all 5 kills going his way. Flashbang up, ineffective. Another kill for Shox. Now down to the 1v1 clutch. He goes to the bomb. He's sticking it. He is sticking the defuse. The ball's on Shox. He's done it here, Alex. 12 rounds locked in from Movistar Riders. He pulls off the full 10-second defuse. And that is going to be the round secured here from Movistar Riders.
That's the risk with that safe plant on the truck. It is much easier to get the defuse going. And because the other sAw player who was remaining, I think it was Just there in the 1v1, threw the flashbang earlier, obviously, Shox knows exactly where he is. So he takes the gamble. He thinks, you know what? I can tuck into truck. And if Just doesn't go for the fight, then I have this round guaranteed. And if he does go for the fight, he might make noise in doing so. So I love the gamble from Shox. And it works out for Movistar Riders.
What a round, Alex. He's just one guy did that. You know, there's no one else really involved in anything. He got all the kills. He defused the bomb. And he won the round. That was sAw versus Shox right there. Well, nonetheless, it is going to be Larson. And this is something he wasn't doing earlier, Alex. It was this mid-aggression that wasn't working out. The party peaks, they just weren't finding anything.
Ooh, a Marpos with a solid spray on the FAMAS. Peeking behind the flames. Whenever the flames are closer to you, it's normally easier for you to spot your opponent than it is for your opponent to spot you. And with Shox getting aggressive as well, that is a 1-2 punch along with a 3rd punch thrown by Shox. He's just got a 2nd kill on the B site. And sAw have been absolutely picked apart in this round. Finally, Arky gets something going, but even with the SG Dinko, I can't believe in him that much. 13-7 Movistar Riders. sAw's money is suspect as Movistar Riders get closer to victory.
Yeah, they're getting really comfortable right now. I think that previous round that Shox won was probably one of the steps in the right direction to potentially end this map relatively quickly. They are 3 rounds away from sending us to that 3rd map, which will be Inferno. And we talked about that being a long way away, but it's pretty close now, Alex, that 3rd map. So really battling it out for elimination in this tournament. We've already seen XSET go home, a very quick series over there. And now here on this stream, we're watching the battle against sAw and Movistar Riders. Tech pause coming in though. We have got a problem. So hopefully we get this sorted as quickly as possible so that this day can get going again and we can get the action resumed. You own a lawnmower, Alex?
Sorry, what did you just say?
Do you own a lawnmower?
Oh, I didn't see the lawnmower on my screen and I got confused as to why you were asking me that. I mean, I guess I don't. I guess my dad does.
Interesting.
I'm cutting the grass. I don't need to do that.
Yeah, cutting the grass is boring. I don't have grass anymore. So if I ever did want to cut the grass, I would have to get one of those tractors. And the one you get on, you drive it around. Now that...
Wait, what? Why?
Just be fun.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you had like a really big garden and you needed...
No. I said that's why I would... That would be the only reason why I would ever want to.
I see.
But right now, just waiting to see what is wrong on the server. I'm not quite sure. Maybe we can get some word on the issue and let you guys at home know what's going on right now. But Movistar Riders have really regained momentum, Alex, and it really comes off of that big clutch from Shox that really changed the tides of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. So really put it in their favor. Looks like the chat is continuing, so that means we will not be unpausing just yet. We'll be waiting a second longer. The water on Overpass doesn't look very clean, does it? There's a tire down there. There's all sorts of trash down there. I guess the water is coming out of the sewers, isn't it?
I mean, it is a sewer, right? There's like...
Right.
If there's any... Again, Alex, the Americanisms, if there's any rubbish, it would land at the bottom of the sewer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's true. That's
don't
where
want it
the
up in the
trash
park.
goes.
Maui has infected you, hasn't he?
He has.
Maui and Porter. Terrible. Now you're going to start saying that Nando's is terrible or something. Actually, you were last night.
Well, it was just that one.
And you defected. You went to the other side. You started playing on the other team.
That wasn't. I didn't get a choice in that.
Disgraceful. No, disgraceful. Unforgivable. Nonetheless, we're right back into the action. And it's going to be the cross of sAw. They sent one player top middle, and now still holding on for this play up connector. One kill has come in from the SMG, but the Tech-9 answers back.
Ooh, Larson stopping his retreat to take a quick kill onto Stododo. And with shots pushed all the way in connector, this could be a favorable fight for him. He's actually dinked in the process, but he still gets the kill, just unable to land a single shot at range. That's a disappointment, but that is a good shot from Larson. Another fast flick, and Muterus doesn't even have the bomb. So getting onto the B site doesn't matter when you don't have the bomb in your hands. He's going to try and flank through CT to A, but winning the round surely cannot happen.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair to say. And there it is. The headshot secured. The 14th round from Movistar Riders confirmed. And we'll be going to the final few moments, potentially, of this map. And that is decided very much based on this next round. If sAw win this one, then we have a chance to have a comeback. But if they lose this, the money's gone, and Movistar Riders likely close it now. So we'll see if they can get it over the line. Movistar Riders know if they win this, they've done most of the hard work, and it should be smooth sailing to the very end. And Inferno should be coming right up. Or we see sAw pull this off and potentially pull a bit of a comeback. Oh.
Nice shot from Larson. Drops a smoke as he goes back. Yeah, the AWP is getting so much more active on the Movistar Riders side of things. Larson has been getting a bunch of opening kills. It's made a massive difference. Larson this time unable to get away with his life, and now he's somewhat trapped, but he gets another kill. Muterus had no clue what hit him there. Larson still wants to see if he can get any more done. He might be able to, but he's blinded. That means Roman gets a freebie, and with Arky landing another shot, sAw are right back in this round.
Starting to run up long, putting the pressure on Alex, just playing for the default boxes, but Mopaw's coming in from behind. He's spotted the head, and he's taking the headshot. Now they're trying to fight him out long, and he is just delaying. I'll switch to the AWP, but that's a better weapon for this kind of range. And now there's Roman left alone, caught between two sides of a very difficult war. And he will be dropped down to 7 HP and finished off. Fed to the Wolves, 15-7. We're here on map point for Movistar Riders. We know how comfortable they are in Overpass, and they have shown it here on this map. Up next will be Inferno, Alex, and it's looking likely that that's locked in. Here comes one of the last standbys of sAw.
Mostly MAC-10s for them, along with 2 AKs to try and keep themselves alive on Overpass. Movistar Riders obviously still with a full buy across the board. Lots of early nades being exchanged. CT's using quite a few smokes to deny any potential rush that sAw might have been going for. Here comes the first fight. Steel loses it against the MAC-10. Does a lot of damage, and this should be a follow-up kill from Mopos, but now he's committed to the angle. Muterus wins a second fight with the MAC-10. All of a sudden, sAw have put themselves in a much better position in this round.
Alex, just kind of sitting outside of Monster right now. It's going to get a bit aggressive. And you've got Roman just waiting for that aggression right now, but the flash has actually got rid of him, forced him back. And so Alex doesn't get that opportunity for the fight. Actually doesn't get much info from that at all, really. And now with 50 seconds left, here comes the attack into B. Man advantage is still in play right now for the T side. We're going to need a big step up from Shox, and he's got one. Now looking for another one. The pressure really on, and Shox taking 2 kills. He wants more, and he might just get it here. 3 opportunities presented. He gets 2 of them, but Stododo takes his own teammate out of the round and then finishes off the job. Round picked up. They stay alive, and they're on life support.
All right, that's one way of keeping yourself in the game. The MAC-10s doing a good bit of work to help them get into that round. They close it out. Movistar Riders with plenty of cash to buy into this round, although it is largely weaker weapons. FAMASs in play for the CTs. Larson able to get the ult, though. And this time it is Larson and Shocks, the two EU imports to this team, who are both top fragging for them on Overpass. Much more like it for Movistar Riders. Flash successful. Shocks not quite able to pounce, though. Muterus decided to play safe on the edge of that smoke. Mopos playing all the way up, elevated on this angle. Always an awkward one to clear. Muterus going in first, though, looking for the headshot, and Shocks gets him out of there. Mopos hasn't been checked. Oh, what a mistake. Just doesn't clear it. 2 kills from behind, and surely that's the map. 3 kills from Mopos. Arky has no way of winning this. It's going to be Movistar Riders taking Overpass 16-8 unless something stupid happens.
Well, I don't think we're going to be seeing anything stupid, Alex. I think we're looking at Inferno. And Arky just holding for some aggression. What can he really hope to do other than this right now? He's just walking in towards B, 40 seconds in play. And that bomb lying down in Monster Tunnel. He wants to go forward. The only option is to wait for some peaks, and they get the info. Now he's dead. Oh my god. 3 players swing into his crosshair. 16-8 from Movistar Riders, and a very clean win here on Overpass. A couple of rounds there, looking a little scary, but for the most part, Alex, we've seen a pretty comfortable showing coming in from Movistar Riders. And now we turn our attentions to Inferno.
We do. The deciding map of this series, one that both of these teams are obviously capable on. That's generally how the third map deciders work, Dinko. You normally play a map that you're at least okay on as your decider for the series. Again, though, last time these teams played this map, it was a very close one. It was 16-14 for sAw. That was a few months ago now, so I don't think we can take too much away from that. But just in general, great to see some of the Movistar Riders players stepping up here on Overpass. I'd love to see both teams hitting their peaks for our final map.
Yeah, we definitely want to see that coming in, Alex, but we're going to have to take a short break before that can happen. We go to Inferno after the break. You don't want to miss it.